Mic check. Hello. Okay, cool. I think I'm on. I can't hear myself in my headphones because I've got them connected. Hey, what am I doing? Hi, I'm Kyle. Welcome to the Genreverse here on the Genreverse YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button if it's something you haven't done already, and if you have, thank you very much. Sorry, I got a bit frazzled. I'm not quite sure why, but I got thrown off of everything. I'm used to wearing my headphones where I can monitor my mic and all of that. I can't do that. Otherwise, I have to listen to the game I'm playing via the capture card, which is slightly delayed. Final Fantasy 16. I'm going to be continuing on with the story. I'm about to head into Oriflamme, I think is what it's called. You guys can see it on the thumbnail. There's a link in the description box for our merch and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm a bit frazzled. I don't know why. Well, a bit in pain, a bit stressed, which is why I wanted to play the game, just to kind of do something else, something different for a little bit. But yeah, since I last played, the only thing I did, I ground out 2 or 3 more levels. I can't remember which it was, but didn't continue any of the story or anything. Just levels. Is there autosave? Autosaves keeps going back to what I'm on, level 28. So I think it was 2 levels that I ground out. So I think I relatively got all of the plugging and stuff that you're supposed to do. I was going to try to have one headphone plugged into my little DAC or whatever headphone amplifier and have that in an ear, but the small to large, I can't remember the size of the TRS connectors, like 1/4 to 3/8 or whatever the hell it is, that doesn't work in there for some reason. It keeps trying to like push out, which is annoying. Now, I did during my level grinding, I learned a few things, like how to more effectively use the dog. Still not perfect at all of the combos, but I'm getting there. I've gotten a lot more abilities too, so. Sorry, I got confused as to what combo I was going to try to do, and then ended up doing nothing. So, anyways, I'll just fight whatever I run into between here and there, because, like I said, I did a whole bunch of leveling up between. What's that on my? Did I accidentally use something? Yeah, I accidentally used one of my potion things.
Let's make this quick. Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boy.
What? Good dog.
What a fine hound.
Let's go.
Don't let them get away. Yeah, boy. cut, Torgal. Get him, boy. It's over.
I feel like the PlayStation volume might be a bit low on you guys. Let me give it just a tidbit more. Oh, I gotta sneak in here. How do I sneak in? That's the thing I don't. Where am I going? So how do I sneak in there? Gonna be something along the side. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak in there. Now, how? Oh, duh, I forgot. There's no real, world stuff here. Man, how much would it suck to have that as, like, outside? At night, super bright, can't sleep, that would suck.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah,
Now, I'll say this.
Life's too short for perfect plans.
No, you gotta plan the best that you can, including contingencies. I was gonna say the PlayStation little progress tracker says that I'm 41% through the game. If that's the case, it's a little disappointing because where I just was, well, a little bit before that is when I felt like the game first opened up. There's just so much cutscenes and dialogue, not enough playing the game.
Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
So hopefully the next 50% is
as planned.
lots of playing the game.
Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
See, some of this could have been dialogue while we were, walking together
And we
here
embrace the moment
and
use
fighting.
it to grow and change. Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
What if I don't wanna? What if I want to be all up in the sight? I think I'm gonna save up some more. Well, no, I'm gonna go searching around.
The passage is empty.
I'll be the judge of whether or not the passage is empty. See, look at that.
All right, not quite empty. Let's get this over with.
A single man from reaching the sanctum, so shut your gob and keep your eyes open.
They're not from the garrison.
I swear this passage used to be secret.
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, guys. Perfect plans.
Move.
I'll not fall to the likes of you. Sick of Torgal.
Actually, this is a bit dark. Turn this down some. There. That should work. Look all right. I mean, I'm still ugly, but yeah, I guess it looks all right. Where am I at? Sorry, trying to get comfortable. And I still have to check stuff because I'm actually playing relatively early today, so yeah, here I am. Still having to, respond to people and keep an eye on things.
He never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
I mean, I was gonna hit it with my sword, thinking all video game style, but I guess that would
The main
dull
tunnel.
it up some,
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
I'll say this: their armor and clothing, not good for stealth. Very noisy.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Captain! To arms, intruders! Summon the cannoneer! At once! Stay down! There, boy! Flames to me! It's over! Give them all you've got, boy.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
Excuse me.
With a talker.
Then let's
Yeah,
shut him up.
let's do this. Let's have a good fun boss fight.
Not this time.
It's ether.
Oh shit.
Then we better make this quick.
Oh man, they were a bit far away.
Not this time. Too slow. Keep your distance, boy. You know what to do.
Why won't you die?
Quackero, you finished, almost finished with 10. Great game. Think play from 10 to 16 and go down 1 to 9. I mean, there's no right way to do Final Fantasy, so that's cool. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed 10 the first time that I played through. The second time I didn't feel it held up so well, but by then 12 had come out and I found that to be superior. Of course 11 was an online only. I don't even know if you can play it anymore. Probably can. I'm sure you can. It's online. There's got to be at least some community servers, I'm sure. 12 is actually great. Play the Zodiac Age version for sure. And then 13 yeah, okay. 12 is great. 13 not so much for me personally. 14 again online. 15 great, loved it. And then 1 through 9, I mean, some will be like complete them all. I would say, at least play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 through 9 at least. If not, maybe maybe you could do just 4 through 9. But I think three's definitely worth a play.
Is he?
Thanks for the comment and watching.
Oh, bollocks.
He's gone, Akashic.
Someone call the Ghostbusters. That's what that was
Say
like.
you pity. You'll get none in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment. Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. There, boy. Get him, boy. Sick of Toggle. Over here. Keep your distance, boy.
I didn't mean to jump up when I did that.
Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. Too slow. Sick of Toggle.
Not this time. Too slow.
Timing's off.
Keep your distance, boy. Sit down, Togo. You know what to do, boy. Making out.
Got it. 10-2. I didn't like it at all. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for any of it. So I can't be the best to recommend. It rubbed me in all the wrong ways, except for maybe the eye candy, but that is not enough. So there's better things out there. And like I said, for 13, that was such a no-go for me that I didn't even finish that one. So again, I can't be the best person, because while I might not like something enough that I don't play it anymore, others might say, hey, it's worth playing, and they might be closer to you in likes and dislikes. So always give it a try. The only reason why I said 1 through 3 not super necessary to play is it's very repetitive for the most part, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's there at around 4 that you start kind of getting like the best of that era of Final Fantasy is finally there, and gets to carry over and build up even more going in 4 to 5, and definitely 5 to 6. 6 can actually be so overwhelming with how deep that game system is, and the expansive roster. It's kind of like yeah, I mean it's basically like that. It's kind of like play. Do you really need to go back and play all the Madden games, or just try out like the best of the PlayStation, or the best of like the Super Nintendo era, the best of the PlayStation era? It's a little something like that. You don't necessarily have to go all the way back, but you can, and absolutely, if you've got the time, why not?
I'll never get used to that. Takashiko
I'm
no,
gonna
he was still a
switch
man.
these around.
A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
Let's try this. Yeah, okay, that's better.
Come on.
I can see chat a little bit better that way. And there's my OBS window.
Guard duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares.
Scout around for any chests.
Breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. Who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits?
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
It's just made monsters of them. I'm guessing. Hey man, go for it then, by all means. I remember the old ones fondly. Not necessarily as great gaming experiences, but as an experience. It was very different. I was the only one in my family that played. Like, my dad used to play D&D, tabletop version, of course, when he was a kid and a young adult. Or like a teenager and young adult. And he played the Final Fantasy Adventure or Legend, whichever one became the Mana series on Game Boy. It was green background, gold lettering, if I'm not mistaken. He played that one and he kind of liked that, but the turn-based Final Fantasy games didn't appeal to him. They appealed to me. I liked it. But I told this story the other day, I think, that I'd played that, kind of messed with one, and then kind of missed over a bunch until the Super Nintendo games, and then eventually went back and got everything via Anthology and Origins and stuff like that, which was great. I'm glad that I did that over time. But those that might be watching on replay and wondering what I would suggest, like I said, there's no really wrong way. You could, try one per era, in which case I would probably choose one for the NES, probably choose 6 for the Super Nintendo, definitely 7 for the PlayStation. I would personally pick 12 for the PS2, although I would suggest one of the current versions, the Zodiac Age, which is closer to the international version, the way I understand, versus what North America had originally gotten. But definitely 12 for that era, and then right now between for the PS3, I can't suggest 13. I didn't like it, but because that's the only one, sure. But definitely so far, as of right now, between this or 15, I would actually pick 15. And I know 15 is last gen, but I don't really want to say, hey, there's only one per generation now, it seems. So I don't want to say you have to play 13, 15, and 16. But out of those 3 so far, I would say 15 for sure. So yeah, if I was gonna kind of do like generational-ish, that's what I would do. Retro stuff's cool. My son's into it as well. Not a great classic little movies out there. If you've never seen Little Monsters with Fred Savage and Howie Mandel, highly suggest it. 80s gold. Uh-oh.
Doesn't look that far. Right.
Scared of heights there, man. This isn't gonna help that at all. Oh. There you go. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that would suck.
Some help.
Hold on.
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side, eh? At least you won't get lost.
Okay.
Get him! Stay down! Don't let them get away!
He made that look easy. See, I think that's one of the things that's kind of been missing so far for me. I have this party, and I don't give two shits about them. I really don't. I only get anything interacting with them during the cutscenes. There's none of that like conversational stuff while you're walking around and completing things like you get in most other Final Fantasy games, even the ones with text boxes. You would have dialogue and moments that help build your character while you're still doing the game. Of course, that was easier to do in things like 12, 15, 13, some from what I remember. But this, it just, I feel so disconnected from, hey, time to play the game versus time to watch the story. It doesn't feel as seamless, and because of that, I don't feel the same connection that I do to other party members from past games, which is a shame, because that's always one of the fun, best things about Final Fantasy is being attached to multiple characters throughout it. Yeah. What's up, Rico? That's all right. Appreciate it. Tron. Tron is not boring. Tron is great. And I thought that movie hit in like 83, 84? 82, yeah. 1982 for Tron. Yeah, I like the movie. I mean, I can see where it might feel a bit boring because of how empty it can feel, especially on the grid, or in the system. Tron Legacy, the sequel, I actually really liked it. I know not a lot of people did. I am one of those that wholeheartedly did. Where am I going? Okay, so that's where I came from. Sorry, I got confused here, chatting with you guys. Okay, I came in here and kicked some ass that way, so I must be going this way. This all looks like some Lord of the Rings type shit here. Aw, yeah, that's no good. If it did bore you that much, it's not going to be for everyone. But, you know, Tron Legacy's a modern film, relatively. Came out in, like, 2012, maybe? 2011? I feel like I was deployed. I feel like I was in Afghanistan when it came out. And so that could be either 10, 11, or 13. I don't remember. That was weird. They came out of nowhere. I was, for sure, just in there. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Tron Legacy I enjoyed, and it's on Disney Plus if you've got that streaming service. And I think it's worth a watch for sure, especially if you at least enjoyed a chunk of the original Tron. I think it's definitely worth trying out. I can master those for 1,000. Or master that for 1,000. That'll be a good one to do. Almost there.
You know what to do.
I'm trying to kill all the small fighters off so they don't start casting shit at me, on me, while I'm fighting the big guy. Okay, he's the only one left now.
Just what I needed. Get him, boy! Give them all you've got, boy! This time.
Oof. That was cool. I didn't even mean to do that. Nice. That was a fun fight. Animated series was better. Okay. Okay, I never really tried the cartoon. Evolution or something was what it was called, right? And then they're supposed to be doing a third movie, so we'll see how that one turns out. There's a lot of really great retro horror movies, niche horror movies. If you're into that type of thing, Critters, the original Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and if you're into some gory and grotesque stuff, Trauma products like the Toxic Avenger are great. Okay, that was the game. But yeah, some of those horror movies are awesome, and some of them are just straight up comedies with horror dressing, but still great.
I see they replaced that wooden door with something a little more sturdy.
Nah, but I'm not done looking around. Okay, I guess I am. I still wish they had given us an actual, like, sprint button. Like, movement in this game can be painful. Give me a second. My arm is hurting leaning against this armrest. I'm going to grab Christine's little pillow seat thing. Falling apart. Oh. Oy. Here we go.
3. What happened to 2?
Ask one.
Once more.
Aye.
With feeling
Seems
this
you're
time.
trying now. As if that was going to keep us out.
I don't know why you didn't use some fire to melt the metal to begin with. And I got a few extra viewers than I had before,
Another
so hi
Christian's just up ahead.
everyone. Hit the
Is it?
subscribe button if you haven't already.
can't see a
Lots
thing.
of entertainment
Unless someone's moved it.
podcasts, anime reactions, trailer reactions, game videos. We got a lot going on here. And it's not all me, so you don't always have to stare at my ugly mug when here on the Genreverse. Well, Rico, I'm very happy that you're still here. How you enjoying the stream today? I did level grinding between playing last time, streaming last
There's
time,
no one
and this time,
about.
so I could actually play a bit more story this go around.
I knew it would be
Oh,
big,
they are goofy.
But this...
If you go into Critters and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and things like that, knowing what you're getting into, which is 80s cheesy films, they are you're good to go. Those films are great. Critters 3 is especially really good. So the first Critters and Critters 3 are my favorites. The original Attack of the Killer Tomatoes Toxic Avenger it's a gross fest. It's very, very gross. Very, very rated M, rated R. Playing games, so I had that on mine. I had TV M as well, but yeah, it's a rated R film. It's awesome, but you can't go in there expecting a horror film like a House on Haunted Hill or even a 1408, because they're just completely different. Well, don't get in trouble. It's all you gotta. You can't be in trouble if you're not caught, right? No, don't break the rules or anything like that. Okay, do what, like we used to say in the army, do what your rank can afford.
Our way into the inner sanctum.
And I think those three, the first 3 Fridays, yeah.
You'd think they'd have patched that up.
Friday's one of those that got off the rails way worse than even Nightmare did, and Nightmare also has 3 really good films. The first one, the third one, Dream Warriors, and New Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Those 3 are great. Halloween, that one really went off the rails. The first one, of course, is good. I know some people that just Season of the Witch is like the worst thing in the world, but Brian, that does AVR Squared with us, the anime reactions, he actually kind of defends it in a way. And I got a great Newfound Glory shirt with inspiration from that poster and movie art. Yeah, a lot of things got off the rails, and if you ever went to space, then you knew it was really really bad. Leprechaun, come on.
Sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye, my little game of hide and seek with Bahamut ended here. A tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did he make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
Oh no.
There's something you two want to tell me?
Maybe later. Get him! Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy.
But how could those creatures from Phoenix Gate be here in the mines?
Are the two places connected somehow?
Probably. If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say yeah, they're connected. Probably through the crystal stuff, which is connected to the dominants themselves and their icons. Man, I bet like being in there, like looking up in such a large, open, enclosed space would feel freaky as all hell. I didn't see the latest one. You're talking like the most recent remake of Friday the 13th. That was like the second time they've attempted to reboot it, and I didn't see that one. I saw the first attempt to reboot years ago, like in the 2010s, if I recall. I don't even know if I think I remember them doing a recent one. The Halloween kills, Halloween ends, Halloween... Yeah, that's it. Halloween kills and then ends. The first one was all right. The second one was like, I didn't even see the third one because Manny, who does Daily Cog on here with me when I'm healthy enough, he really didn't like it, and I was like, I'm not even going to waste my time then. Have I played Outlast? No, I have not. I have not. Last horror games I've played are several of the Resident Evil games. I want to get 4 still. I haven't played 4 Remake. Of course, I played when it was ported over to the PS3. I had that one. That was a lot of fun. There's no way for me to ever go back to playing the old tank control versions after 4, and I'm so glad they redid 2 and 3 to allow that 4 play style, because it's just great.
When I was in the Imperial Army, soldiers assigned to the Glass Gate would tell stories about something they called the Guardian.
Can't say I saw anything like that when I was last here. Then again, I can't say I made it this far.
Let's just be careful then.
the Mother Crystal Guardian, I'm guessing. And this is a very large play area, guys.
Where did that come from?
That one place. It's that one guy.
If I had to guess,
No one guy in particular. I'm just
More beast.
being silly.
Another victim of the flood.
well, if it's a fight he wants,
Ready, Clive?
Always.
Oh shit! Wrong thing.
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Don't let them get away.
Wow, the focus of the camera out. It's like really big beast.
Sick of Toggle. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Toggle. Too slow. A little help. Not this time. My wounds, boy.
There we go. Finally. No, I used the wrong one. I meant to use this one while I was still primed.
Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away.
where's he off to now? Clive, look out!
Damn it, I did not keep meaning to run right into those.
them get away. Get him, boy. Toggle. My wounds, boy. Not this time. Keep your distance, boy. Not this time. Keep your distance, boy.
Come on.
Don't let them get away. Give me fire! Too slow. Not this time.
Oh, damn. He's still going. I'm sitting there trying to fight his big old, like, finishing move. At least I'm tired of him all out.
Well done, Toggle. A little help. Toggle.
What unfortunate thing.
My wounds, boy. Toggle. Keep your distance, boy. Garuda, lend me your strength.
No, back up.
My wounds, boy.
There we go. Whew. Oh, okay. So it's just kind of got funky AI and you can kind of like work it to where you don't have to do a lot to beat it. I haven't played it at all. I mean, I like taking advantage of AI as well. Horizon Forbidden West has got some really awful AI, and you can essentially find areas where the bad guy machines won't even attack you anymore, and you could just stand there and shoot them until they die, which is frustrating because I like a challenge, but also funny, and I'll take advantage of it if it's there because why wouldn't you take advantage of it? You know, I'm not gonna go and purposely fix their mistake for them.
Are you all right?
Fine.
She's been used a lot more for her dominant than the others,
The inner
probably.
sanctum lies just beyond. Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We
So
should
that's
move.
probably taken a lot more out of her.
Not that any
She's
sound
probably
commander
more.
would send his men into a place awash with this much ether.
Oh, other characters stand and do nothing at all. That would suck.
Clive. If this all works and the blessing fades, things are likely to get worse for our kind before they get better. Being the last to wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after, by which I mean hunted. I just hope in the end they'll see that we didn't have any other choice, that it was the only way to get us to a better place.
And here I was thinking I was the uncertain one. Luckily, 2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Uh,
Then it all starts here. Time to earn that menacing title. Sid the Vicious, was it?
Sid Vicious. Wink, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Get it? Get it? I like that, though. Punk rock. All about it. Sorry, just checking messages and stuff. Cool. Video performance. Not this one. Past videos. To the big gate. What is the point of having to push
We're
2
almost there.
buttons here?
Anyone having second thought?
Push X so you can push R2.
We're with you to the end.
Push R2.
Sid.
What are we waiting for?
The robot, the droid. No one ever gets me. Could use a few high potions though. I used up those ones. You guys are giving me potions. It's like gonna be another fight. I think you can save at any time. I don't even think there's really a need to save much anymore other than like bad habit, old habit. Very classic looking crystal within the crystal. Oh no, it's yeah, like if you cut off that thinnest part there at the top, that would be the like classic looking
The heart
crystal.
of Sunbreak.
It ain't gonna be that easy.
Well, that didn't work. I think we're gonna need a bigger sword.
Mine's bigger.
Thank you, Clive, but I meant that figuratively. The core's clearly made of sterner stuff. Taya's going to have a fit when she hears about this. Stand back. It's about to get cramped in here.
Summoning. Fully going full dominant, not just your primed self. And somehow no word has gotten back up to the top that someone's down there screwing around.
That's more like it.
And it's about to get a whole lot darker in there without all the blue glow light.
Clive, look.
What is that?
I don't know. Tell me. Damn.
Sid!
It's more of those phantoms.
Ifrit, I need Ifrit. Come to me.
It's like
can't
calling
do
out
this
the
without
Hulk
you.
in Infinity War.
Not again.
Show us what you've got.
Where are you?
She's just standing there.
Hold on.
Where'd you go? Oh, you're about to get another icon?
Where the hell am I?
Why are you asking me? No one tells me anything. Some cool imagery, though. I'm in a
I've been here
circle.
before.
Ah.
You again. Where are you? What do you want? Fuck. He's still alive.
Appears to be. Alright guys, I'm clearly about to go into another fight here, and I need a bathroom break, so I'm going to put up the break screen. I should be back in under 10 minutes. Alrighty. I should be back. Let me see. I have hardware monitor up, and that was in front of me. Yes. Okay, I'm back. A bit early this time. That makes up for the break that I was incredibly late back from last week.
Get out of my head! I don't answer to you. I'm leaving, one way or another.
Oops.
By the flames.
What's next? Yeah, that was a good trick.
What else can he do?
Oof, just barely got out of that one. Oh man, that was close. Almost got caught up in Now he's got a stick. Oh, he had a stick.
That power isn't yours.
Come and take it from me.
But this is mine.
Again, the synthwave is kind of oh, this is just straight up like this music doesn't quite fit. You know what I'm saying? Or it doesn't feel like it fits, at least.
I remember now. I had a fire. I am afraid!
They should add more of a growling, deep. Like that should be more like I am afraid versus just a normal human human yell. Okay, so that heals. Do I not have any extra abilities? I guess not yet. Oh, okay. My phone going off? Yeah, hold on. Sorry, phone's going off. Yeah, morphin time, right? It's a cool transformation. And I mean, I actually do kind of like these battles. I'm very happy they're not just quick time battles.
It's done.
They're not done seeing what you've got. What we've got. Oh, man. More? Probably some finishing move I can do.
How many more could there be?
Uh-oh. You took some of my power. Second form. Why do you sound like you're clad in leather? He's gone Super Saiyan, guys. He's got blonde hair and everything.
As you wish.
You see, the music just doesn't quite fit. Damn it. Damn it. Oh shit. That was crazy. Aw, come on. I was in the empty space. No, no, no. Seemed like the collision detection on that was a bit off. Like I should have gotten hit by a few of those things. No! Oh shit, cat, you scared me. Scared me. Hellfire! Do I need to be pushing anything? Oh shoot, I hit the wrong fucking button. Oh, and then I just dropped an F-bomb. Sorry about that. Oops. That sucks. Like, that really sucks. Oh well. Right behind you. Alright, what do you want me to push this time? There. Now I win. God, that was embarrassing. I get so impatient for time event fights, and I'll end up pushing the buttons that I think are going to come next, and sometimes I screw it up. That was a fun fight, though. Fun battle. This one and the ether dragon that the dragon that got all messed up from the ether flood. Both of those were really good fights, man. Really enjoyed those. And now we get another set of abilities. Yay! Suitable vessel for what? For more or for a specific one?
Enjoy your nap.
You're wounded.
This, it's only a scratch.
Tis but a scratch.
All right. The hole.
We'll find you a healer.
Here. No, you won't.
The hell? Hey, I never agreed to that.
I know who you are. And if you think I'm gonna let you have him... think again.
Damn, Sid. So, what is that thing?
Sid.
That's a lot of blood on the ground there, Sid. I don't think Sid is long for this world.
One left. That'll do me.
One more change in you think?
Try not to talk.
Clive. For so long, I thought I had all the answers. But then I met you. And I learned it wasn't a good death we should be fighting for, but a better life. It's all very well, a man reclaiming his fate. But if he can't choose how he meets it, what's the point? So, I made a choice.
And now he's gonna give you Rama?
Don't do this.
The rest is in your hands.
Man, will you guys stop shoving things into
Clive.
me?
And if it's an outlaw the world needs to help it break free,
Stop. Please.
I can think of none better
See,
than you.
this is the thing. I don't feel as connected to him because the only time I ever have anything to do with him is during a cutscene. I don't. You get very little time walking with him even, and just no real interaction outside these cutscenes. And so while Clive might feel it, I, as the player, I don't feel as connected because I didn't really play any of those connections. They were just told to me in story form. And I could understand some being like, well, don't you get attached in a movie? Yes, but a movie is a one sitting type thing. You're gonna sit down, you watch the movie, you consume the story in its entirety. It's different when it's cut between these periods of very disconnected play, where it's like story, either grinding or beat this dungeon, and then nothing else but cutscenes. Grind a little bit, beat this dungeon, nothing else but cutscenes. And even a lot of time where you are playing missions and the stuff in between cutscenes is just walking to another cutscene. You might fight one or two things along the way. There's been several missions where you just run around the town talking to people, and that makes the experience feel so much more disconnected than some of the past ones. So it's like this really big, touching moment, but I don't feel as connected to it as I wish I did.
In ashen grip, let ember glow, to kindle flames anew.
This is where he reveals his brother's still alive. Like, last time I was playing, I was like, don't I remember seeing the brother one more time? In one of the brown cloaks, there's like an assistant or attendant or something like that. And then...
I'm sorry, Clive.
Resurrected brother?
Had I arrived but a moment sooner. Do you remember me, boy?
Yeah. It's been so long since the last
I saw you protect them.
cutscene with him.
That was very brave. I know you're there, Ultima.
You have learned our name.
I mean, I could have
What
guessed
else
that.
have you learned, Phoenix?
My travels have revealed much about you and your ambitions. I know that it was you who tore me from my brother. And I know that it is his power that you seek. But know this. If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Very well.
Breath of mine ancestors, fill these
Challenge
lungs that I
accepted.
may dispel the songs of suffering.
A disturbance.
We'll leave. My brother alone.
Pretty powerful dude.
This is getting us nowhere.
We agree. No more games, Phoenix. We have come to claim our vessel.
And I said no.
Ring of fire.
These flames
Okay,
are nothing.
more like sphere of
You know
fire.
what it is to burn.
Yours is a fleeting form. I'm not fool enough to think I can harm you. But to protect my brother, I don't have to.
Jeez, cat.
Joshua.
Yes. Yeah, got yourself a phoenix down. Nice.
These are not flames of destruction.
Have you forgotten already who I am?
absorbing. Hold Ultima in prison within him. That's rough.
Just try and get to my brother now.
I mean, he's just gonna end up taking over you. Don't invite shit into you. Like, just don't. Not good. Yeah. It's going bye-bye. I mean, you're gonna die anyways. You're the bad guys here.
You'll do.
Oh shit! Took his eye.
Bastard!
Gab, we've got to go.
Not without this.
Sid is not among the dead. Shall I send a Stolas?
That won't be necessary.
He all mad. His piece of ass got taken from him. And he all
Where the
mad.
hell are you, Sid?
Dead.
Where the hell are you?
Took it a minute.
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, come, feel its softness.
Chocobo
Make a nice
steaks,
gift for your
chocobo
wife.
sausage, all from greens-fed farm birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Calmatives, curatives, restoratives,
Look all you like, sir. It's all fresh. Picked this very morning.
Restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices, calmatives, curatives, restoratives.
I guess you're lucky a lot of people wear their hoods up. Otherwise you'd look like you're a bit out of place.
Might I interest you in a potion, milady? Perhaps a soothing salve to ease the aches of the road? I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you.
Oh, no problem.
Curatives, restoratives.
I don't see three of the same. Maybe it was trying to send them, but it only ended up sending one. But it's all good. Welcome back.
It's good to see you, Sid. What have we learned?
Why are you going by Sid?
The bearers are locked up in an old courthouse on the edge of town. And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain
I just
from
see
this?
the last two that you've sent telling me
the
that you
captives
sent
free before
3
nightfall.
and that you
do
sent
nothing of the
again. Do
sort.
I see it? I
Comrades
don't
didn't
see
give their
anything
lives for you
besides
to get your
that.
throat slit in a god's-forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's
I see
not
stuff
what I
from
said.
back when we
I
talked
simply
about
meant it doesn't have to
Tron
be
and the
you who frees
cartoon,
them.
old horror movies, Outlast. Yeah.
Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Sid was. Just don't say I didn't warn you. You're Sid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
Also, another thing with the cutscenes, because they're so long themselves, a lot of these
Please, we don't know anything.
establishing
You have to
shots
believe
or
us.
transition
We'd help you if
shots
we could.
just take too damn long.
But you're helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
It's going to be all right.
And they stopped real fast.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
It's him, the outlaw. Sid's here. Come on.
No, just stay there and be caught in the crossfire.
Go. Summon the others.
Lightning bolt, stop them.
Safe.
Sid dies here.
Okay, there we go. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Stay down.
The outlaw's in here. Bring me his head.
Well, Akira, we've seen for sure, and we reviewed it. You can find the review here on the Genreverse, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think that one's over on the LRM YouTube channel. And Fate, Strange Fake, it's only one episode, Where in everything does that fall as far as the storyline? I had recently talked to Christine about getting back into Fate, and it's something that we want to do after everything's kind of settled and we've figured out what's going on with her health, and either I've had surgery and recovered, or recovered from this flare up, whatever the case may be. But what about the strange fake spoil anything?
How many are there? Titan sends his regards.
He made that look easy.
Enough of this! Let him play with the kitten!
Here, kitty, kitty.
They brought a pet.
Yeah, I don't want to come off as one of those pretentious types, but while our anime content is not that old, our anime history is super old. I mean, my first time watching Akira came from a VHS that I rented, like at a movie rental store, or Blockbuster, like that. Yeah. So a lot of the classics, of course, we've seen. Yeah. Like I said, not trying to come off with, oh, of course I've seen that. More of like an age thing than anything.
Nice try.
Republican War Panther? Oh, that's funny. What a name. Yay, leveled up. Man, I've got a crap ton of gil. Hopefully I get to go to a store, do some trading and stuff like that.
To hell with this!
So it's after Stay Night, but it doesn't spoil Stay Night.
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them.
I mean, we'll definitely look
There's been
into
more than
it.
Enough bloodshed for one day.
We are going to be doing Stay Night next, because that's, you know, I know a lot of people said skip that and do Unlimited or Ultimate Blade Works or whatever. But we're gonna at least give Stay Night a try, at least the 3-episode rule, you know.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind.
To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
So it's been 5 years since Sid died now.
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
If you say so.
Or just 5 years since Sid, or since he first joined Sid.
We should
go.
go.
No. It's got to be 5 years. See, and then there's a big giant time skip. How am I supposed to feel all of this? I don't get it. Okay, so I'm done playing over on that side. And it looks like there's still quite a bit of stuff to see. And how do you guys feel about all of the Game of Thrones-y-ness to this? Go back to the hideaway? Why would you go back to the place they've already hit? I mean, they're gonna keep someone watching it, right?
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
So you've been with your brother for
And
5
Sid
years, you know?
said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path.
Really?
I honestly don't
Then
think
why
it
do some
mattered to
people
him
say
if
to
that
watch
choice was
Stay Night
right or
first
wrong.
just because it came out first?
Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name.
See, I didn't even get to do anything except do the one
chosen
fight,
to
and then it's
bear
just
his
been watching
legacy.
stuff since Sid died.
And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds. Home, sweet home.
So his brother wasn't really there. They could just hear him. He can talk to them telepathically or something. Because I thought I heard the brother's voice for a line there. I do. Did I? Maybe not. I was gonna say, I thought we were headed back to the frickin' hideaway. Man, your guys' favorite anime is ridiculous. It's like a Kingdom Hearts level ridiculous.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
Ah, so this thing from the outside appears more like a ship of some sorts. How is that close to the water? This doesn't look so close to the frickin' water. Okay.
Back, Sid. Finish with that log so we can call it a ball. Almost done.
Just everyone's named Sid. This is a I Am Spartacus type town.
I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Okay. A lot of people really want us to check it out. What if we just watch, like, maybe the first episode of Stay Night to see the supposedly shitty anime or whatnot? I mean, I feel like I gotta watch some of it. I'm really confused to this map here. Like, how is this thing at all where I'm at? Like, I don't get it. Is this supposed to be some sort of lake? Is this representative of water? Because it looks like rock to me, not water. I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it does.
Does that one have blood on it?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
And nothing that I need, of course. Some potions and stuff.
Let's not be greedy now. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. And be thankful you got that much. You got out else? Finished, are you?
Wait, how much? I should have more frickin'... I thought I had 70 some odd thousand gil. Did I really just spend 20,000 gil on something at the store? There's no way. Or maybe it was 60,000. I don't remember.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern crowd.
So nothing about how we got up here on this ship, and I'm sure there'll be some explanations in the future, but it is a bit jarring. Like, you tell me I'm back at the hideaway, but there's nothing here reminiscent of the hideaway at all. And then on the map, I'm allegedly on a pile of rocks, but here we're surrounded by water. Now I want to go talk to the... I'll talk to the blacksmith after this, I guess. Ooh, a hunt board.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in... No one seems keen to join hands with... Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on... Should be back any day now.
Understood.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable.
I don't remember this lady.
To what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies.
Okay, so haven't seen her
Though that's not
yet.
for want of
Thanks.
trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the
So, shouldn't I have gotten some of this information via, like Jill or someone that I've already met, so I can build more relationship with them? In all of the past cutscenes we've done, shouldn't I have gotten some of this information from Jill during them? Why is it this game just does not speak to me the way it has others? The way I read online is I should just freaking love this game. And while I like certain aspects and I like the overall story, I don't like how disconnected the game part feels from the series. Like this, it's very obvious that they would have loved to tell a lengthy series-long type story. But man, like, I want to play the game.
light rest evermore
And I would love to feel more close
for which reason
to
she
these
has
other
continued
characters.
to wage war on her rival
don't.
across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Then, yay, after the cutscene, I get to go play Delivery Man. And
Tell him it
that's my
was
mission. Like,
adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
I mean, I was going to go tell him my tales and download all that information to him anyways. I didn't really need this as a reason to do it.
Lawsman Harpock.
Now that, welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Already? Our resident scholar would that I could do the same. That said, I have continued, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme.
Please, don't apologize.
I fear it is not more books that I... Mayhap we look in the wrong...
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogle.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night. From some more than others.
Okay. I
And
can
the
see how that
wounds
would be
remain.
frustrating.
They are not quick to heal. That we must. Just as I must give...
Good day. Gav will be back soon.
Oh.
I should get some rest while I can.
Sorry, all the reading, because despite them talking, because there are subtitles, I
Not back a
tend to
blink,
read
and
them
we're already
anyways.
off solving. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget.
I mean,
a
everyone
rider
can
was here
clearly
with a letter
see
from
the
Gav.
scar and
Otto
the
left
shape
on your
of it,
desk.
so...
Not a Stolas. All right. I'll have a look.
And
For
then
what
you
that's
get some
worth.
rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Clive. So, will it be?
Wow. So I can get this, which is stronger. I guess.
No scratches, all right?
Can't upgrade it
Anything
though.
else?
Apparently
You
not.
told me you could fire a forge without...
Man, for some reason, like, gear and items just don't seem valuable. Seem almost pointless. I know they're not, but not like a lot of customization options. You like the Game of Throne vibes, especially for the map? I'm not the, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm going through my settings and stuff. I'm not even talking. I sat here. I got distracted with all the other stuff. I'm sorry, guys.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost to man.
Hi, Riza. Okay, I don't think I was supposed to go this way. Hi, puppy. Are you... Can you come here? There she is. Hi.
Have you been to the toll?
Yes, I've already been to the shop where there's nothing there for me.
What does Gav have to say?
The
There's going to
Republican
be a
army is
fight.
on march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that.
Yeah, I don't
This
like
is our
them at all.
chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now? Now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
It's been what now? 30?
I know, but
30 some odd minutes since we killed,
not to
or
forget.
not killed Sid, but since Sid
We're only
died,
here
we
because
had
Joshua gave
the
us a
one little
second
fight
chance.
where we
It
could,
would be
you
a
know,
pity to waste such a
beat up
precious
the
gift.
slaver people, and then it's walk a little bit and more and more cutscenes.
he was there. It
How is
wasn't
that?
an illusion.
How is this a game?
I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that
Thing is inside of him.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals.
I mean, for me, it is a combination of really, really bad dialogue, awful dialogue, mixed with some awful acting, and really incredibly poor casting choices with people that have no chemistry together. There's no brotherhood between Anakin and Obi-Wan without the Clone Wars
and so the North is lost.
cartoons. And I think a lot of people really project
the blight
the
spread ever more
Clone
swiftly, Your
Wars
Grace.
onto the prequel trilogy,
This is
and
far worse
it's not
than
there.
anything I've imagined.
It's not there
It is
within
only
the
a matter of
movies as
time
I
before the
experienced them
twins
in 99, 02, and 05. And so there's literally nothing there for me. I feel nothing for that era because it was just disappointment after disappointment. The aesthetic of it was also drastically different, and even looking at it as the height of the Empire versus the trenches of Civil War with the original trilogy, it was still a little too clean. There's some good story in there, but it gets bogged down in George Lucas's ridiculousness. It didn't hold a candle to not just the original trilogy, but even the stuff we were reading in the EU books. It wasn't holding a candle to even that for me. And then when it comes to the lightsaber duels, man, I know theatrical swordplay is always filled with theatrics. The Phantom Menace blended quite well the spinning twirly stuff with some more weighty dueling, but everything in episode 2 and 3 is just dancing with glow sticks. And when you have Anakin and Obi-Wan literally doing the same parry, strike, parry thing for like 15 seconds, and then the whole thing where they're spinning like this, like it's too much. It's just too much. And I can't. I watched the entire saga again, getting ready, plus Rogue One and Solo, getting ready for Rise of Skywalker, which was a disappointment. And since then, I have stated I would never watch the prequels again without serious monetary compensation, or the sequels. I watched after I watched Rise of Sky. I had seen it in theaters, and then I watched it one more time last year at some point. I was going to do these Star Wars ranking things, and I needed to watch it just to make sure that I would put it at the bottom. And yeah, 100%. Rise of Skywalker is either number 8 or number 9, and it's really hard to. I think I'd put it at number 8, with Attack of the Clones being my least favorite of them all. So that you watched everything in story order. Maybe the Clone Wars, like the Clone Wars movie or the Clone Wars show. And like I said, I think a lot of people project the Clone Wars stuff onto the movies, but that's not how we experienced it, like as they were released.
Ever closer to its
There
end,
was,
and here we chase shadows.
so the show. So yeah, you got a lot more context and stuff. Like there was the short little Jindy Tartakovsky 2D animated shorts between episodes 2 and 3 in 2005 or 4 or whatever, when those did come out. But literally, if you just watch 1, 2, and 3, there's no, Anakin and Obi-Wan spend no time together. They are split apart as quickly as possible in episodes 2 and 3, and kept apart for the most part. And so when you get to the final battle, you're just like, oh God, if you're not into the swirly twirly stuff, there's no emotion there, because in the movies they gave us none of it. Nothing. There's just nothing there.
Tell me, brother.
It's very sad, like
in vain.
depressing, because I don't want to dislike that stuff, you know?
Master Clive, a moment, if you...
Oh.
My apologies. I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
I mean,
From the inn. She's gone missing.
I love Star Wars. I really do. It's hard to
I'll be
show
in the
off my
mess when you've finished.
tattoos with the mirror effect and
Very well.
whatnot. I really do love it. I hate how disappointed I feel in so much other stuff, and I'm not even someone that wants to spend more time with Skywalkers or Palpatines. I want to get the hell away. Like the sequel trilogy should have gone like 500 years in the future, had Luke as a Force ghost, maybe not have anything to worry about with all the connections. Like 1,000 years in the past or 1,000 years in the future. That's where we need Star Wars to be. Yeah, I mean they definitely made him OP in that 2D show. You know, by the time the 3D show came around, I of course was older. The movie that hit in 08, I think it was it 07 or 08? I was in Arizona, so it was 07 or 08. That movie hit. I cared nothing for it. The animation didn't look good. I had no affinity for the prequel trilogy. I was 14 opening night for The Phantom Menace. So I was right on that edge to where maybe if I was a few years younger, maybe I would like it a bit more, but not if I had been me still and seen the originals and read books. I think I would still be less inclined to be a fan of them. But at 14, it was already at a disadvantage. And then the Clone Wars 3D cartoon hits. I just don't care for it. I have no affinity for the characters, and so I didn't watch it. I had no reason to watch it. What I did see, giving it a try, wasn't worth it. Like, it wasn't. And I hate it when people are like, oh, well, you got to get through the first season and a half, or, you know, it really picks up in the third season. That ain't me. I don't have time to waste. I didn't back then, being in the army and all of that, of course, but I definitely today don't have time to learn to like something.
Much was lost
I need
when the
to
first hideaway
like
fell.
it relatively
Colleagues and
quickly.
friends. Years of hard work.
Yeah, pretty much. There's been a few things, names, and ideas that from Old Republic stuff that made it into those first few seasons of the Clone Wars. That stuff will be canon. Certain characters like Bane and Plagueis, of course, mentioned in the prequels themselves. But there's not a lot left. You are very much correct on that. My favorite stuff was the post Jedi stuff, Rogue Squad, the X-Wing series. Especially, I loved all the things that didn't necessarily center on Luke. Not that I dislike Luke. I love the character of Luke Skywalker. But it's a big galaxy, and I feel like the galactic wide threats, sure, bring in the Skywalkers, but there's a lot of stories out there that don't need the galaxy to be at a threat. And even if it is, let's look at a part of it, such as a fighter squadron. They tried to rekindle that type of thing with the Alphabet Squadron, but that was just stupid. What a stupid name and a stupid premise of, let's take all these different ships, and because they all have different letter names, we're going to call ourselves Alphabet Squad. No, it was just dumb. Seemed to be written by someone with the mentality of a 12-year-old, not just the title, the book itself. They've really struggled with the books for the new Disney canon. I want to. I want to. I really do. I don't care. And I don't mean that in a bad way to you. I don't care for the characters. I don't care for that story. I'm going to see a whole bunch of stuff in Ahsoka that I really don't.
Sid.
I'm really not super excited for, because I have no care for that. So it's got to be really, really good. Ahsoka has to really knock it out of the park, especially coming after a very lackluster season 3 of Mando, in order for me to be impressed, because just seeing Rebels characters is going to do nothing for me. But I'm hoping it's good. But if it's not, I told Brian, for those of you that don't know who he is, does AVR Squared with us here, Anime Reactions. I told him, other than waiting on Andor Season 2, which I'm worried they will dumb down and lighten up because of the lukewarm reception to it. But besides that, if Ahsoka's not a solid show for me, I might be done. I don't care about what's coming next. I want to check out the old Jedi Origin, Dawn of the Jedi thing allegedly happening with James Mangold, because that's thousands of years in the past.
Will have to be replaced.
Maybe. I mean, you would be able to tell me, not me. I know that they are very well loved by younger people here. Generally, people that are 30 and younger, because that would make them 8 years younger than me. And like I said, I was 14. That'd put them more at a young age. And maybe 32 and younger. Those that were somewhere between 5 and 9, maybe seeing the prequel trilogies, starting with The Phantom Menace here, they tend to be more loving of it. Older people tend to be a little bit more unloving for it out here. The funny thing is how many people, there's now 3 generations, the originals, boomers and Gen X, if you will, that saw the originals in theaters. Us younger Gen X and older millennials that grew up with the VHS tapes and the EU, Expanded Universe books and games and comics. And then those prequel the prequel fans. So you've got those two generations, the millennials who have the OT/EU stuff, and the originals, all about OT. Then you have the youngest millennials and the older Gen Zers, all about that prequel stuff. And then you've got a generation that their Star Wars is the sequel trilogy. Like it or not, everything prequel fans did to us OT fans, driving us insane. How can you like these movies? Everyone right now despises those sequels, except for that group. In like 15 years, there's going to be people, the sequel trilogy's peak Star Wars. There's nothing better. And there's going to be like 2 previous groups that are just going to rail against them. It's going to be funny. Maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not very hard to talk smack upon the horrible things that the Soviet Union resulted in. I made a comment the other day about to Jammer about Weathering with You, and we were talking about the message behind the movie and the idea of the kids choosing individual comfort, individual freedom versus, you know, suffering for everyone. And he was like, it's such a American style thought, and I was like, you know, nothing will turn you against the collective much like collective suffering. So I can see that. As far as the comment about watching it all, like watching the stuff in full context so the movies don't suck, I mean, maybe if there had been some of that content available prior to, or, you know, throughout the trilogy to make some of the stuff better, but then you're still stuck with, in my opinion, the very, very poor writing and dialogue, the very, very poor acting, bad chemistry. Natalie Portman has had 2 big franchises with zero chemistry. Her and Anakin, no chemistry, and her and Thor, no chemistry. You would still have all of those issues and more in them. So it's like, even if I get the Brotherhood and stuff from the Clone Wars, I still don't know if it's enough for me. And like I said, I watched them all in 2019. Over on the LRM YouTube channel, you can find old episodes of most of the podcasts that are here. No reactions, but some trailer reactions. But all of our reviews, the Cantina reviews, started over there. I don't know if I put those original reviews on this channel, but definitely on the LRM YouTube channel. So I need a break. I need to go check and see how my family is doing. If Disney makes something worse than the sequels, then I will scream that they were good. That's funny. I'm going to take a break, check on my family and stuff like that, and then try to come back and play for a little bit more, depending on how they're doing. I'm back. Hello. How's it going? What was I gonna say? I think I might have a way, next time I play, to pump the audio from the game directly into my, my audio interface using a, male-to-male, headphone cord. I should be able to do that. I just got to get it out of the car, and I'm not doing that right now. So hopefully next time I'll be able to hear myself while I talk and play without
Arthur is a
any
survivor.
type
We'll
of
find her.
delay.
Here for another of my lectures. How may I help you today? Of course. Study it well, Clive. Very good.
If you need volunteers, just say the word.
So back to the same areas we've already been to. Oh my god.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Sorry I look all weird and stuff. I'm trying to take pressure off my ass. Mic check, 1, 2, pop, pop. Alright, that should be okay.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Anything catch your eye?
A lot of these seem pointless. Oh, I bought elixirs. I did have 70,000 some odd gil, and then I bought 2 elixirs. I was not aware I bought those.
Take care out there, eh?
Let me make sure I don't have expensive stuff slotted. Okay, potion. Strength. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all good.
Oi, look sharp!
Eh?
They've killed my bearer. I demand...
You know, testing is an interesting thing. I know some people, they know everything they're being tested on until you test them. They psych themselves out. They second guess anxiety causes them to take longer to answer. They run out of time. Maybe it was something like that. Good on understanding.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will.
Like my brother-in-law, he's like that.
Before you go,
he's a surgical tech, and smart as a tack. One of the best there is, sought after by countless doctors in his hospital. Had other hospitals try to poach him off, and he struggled with passing the tests, though. Yeah, I don't know if that's what it was, but you know, basically, I'm trying to say, don't sweat the. Unless it's costing you money, and it did cost him money because it was college related. But unless it's costing you a lot of money, don't sweat the test so much. Unless it's also something that you need, like a certificate that you need. Then yeah, you kind of gotta sweat it, but not so much that it affects your performance. And I wish you the best of luck on it. English is a messed up language. Of course, it's easy for me, and it's easier depending on because we have a lot of Latin base and a lot of Germanic base, and then we've borrowed a lot of words from even Romance languages that you certain languages are easier to start from, that kind of give you a leg up. But if you aren't from one of those, like, you know, Spanish speaking or Germanic speaking specifically, it could be a really hard language to learn. And same goes for English, native English, learning other languages. It's a lot easier for us to go and start learning Spanish or German than it is to start learning Chinese or Japanese or even some Eastern European languages, Slavic languages. You know, I don't know too much on the Nordic side, but I do know that the Nords mixed a hell of a lot with Celts, Gauls, even things down in Spain, Portugal, on the Iberian Peninsula. So maybe there would be something I could pick up on, but I don't consume enough Scandinavian, Nordic content to know. Yeah, we've got, I guess, a lot. My sister is an English teacher and was an English major for school, not just someone that got... she did end up getting her master's in education, which is not like a bad thing, but it means that she didn't get her master's in a particular field, but she did major in English when she was getting her original degree. My dad, he got his master's in military history, and he's getting a PhD in the same. So he specializes in his degrees, as well as being a teacher. She gets all nerdy about English and the way it works, and for me personally, I generally know what is right. I know what is supposed to be right. I might not always know why it's right, but I do know what is and isn't. But it can be tough. We generally have, I want to say, especially compared to some like Eastern languages, we have a lot less words, but we have a lot of descriptive terms for it. So that someone, you know, there might be a language that has like 20 different versions of love, right? In in English, we've got the one, love, right? But it's the additional words and descriptors, the adjectives and adverb, all the stuff that goes along with it, and how we get to construct a sentence, which is both good and bad. One, there's less stuff to start with that you have to learn to work with, but then you have to learn the proper combinations. And speaking English and writing English, even more different and crazy. Writing English is, our grammar rules can sometimes get very, very confusing, especially when you start talking about UK, the King's, currently the King's English versus American English.
The Black Shields.
Pretty much. I think that's a good way to put it.
They were going to hang us both.
We're big on our prefixes and suffixes, compound words.
Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then...
writing is where it gets really tough.
Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
See, look how little we had to walk out to find her.
Thank you, Clive.
This was like a Final Fantasy 12 mission. It would have been like, you're here and you got to go at least like 4 or 5 screens over to find what it is that you're looking for.
Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
All yours, Trouble.
Get him!
Out of our way.
That's kind of cool. Nice. It's like a sticky bomb situation. I like that. Yeah, and then you have to contend with how much, for lack of a better phrase, like slang words that we have, regional things, even entire words. There's a real famous F word, and I don't mean the curse word, but in England, in the UK, I should say, it means a cigarette, and people use it like that all the time. But if you say that word here in the West, it's a derogatory term for homosexuals, and you'll be in huge trouble with it. So there's that. There's a word that a lot of females here in America starts with a C. They would hate it, but Australians and Brits use cunt all the time. So and they use it much like how you'll hear some in America use bitch. So yay for that too. That makes it even worse on you guys. And by you guys, I mean people that aren't English, the native English speakers. Yeah, because you got to contend with all that, and of course, no one gets outraged quite like the Americans over shit they shouldn't be outraged over. You're not speaking the words the way that I think you should. How dare you? Like we've literally got people wanting to remove the words chief from titles because of relation to Native Americans. But it's like, do you not understand that the word chief goes before we were messing with natives? here in the Americas, and that other countries have a word that is basically chief for them. Are they not allowed to use it? Like, what is that? Master and slave in computers and automotive. You think of a master circuit, a slave circuit, or a master drive, slave drive, all sorts of stuff. And there's people that are just like, we can't use that anymore. And it's like, what else are we supposed? Primary and secondary. Why though? Because there's all these other languages that their word for it will be similar, their version of master and slave. And are we going to force all of them to change stuff? And oh God, man, I love my country, but we can pick some really stupid things to fight about. Bitch and beach. Yeah. Depending on the accent, some people might come out and it sounds like you son of a beach.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
See, all these people that we should be feeling more for. I remember coming here and him taking care of those that are turning to stone. But you also have this 5-year gap, and it's like, doesn't mean as much.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
Yes, I'm offended at you.
Shall they be punished? Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
And now I will get to do more cutscenes for the next, like, 30 minutes. Like, I'm dedicated to beating this game. I'm hoping I find something in it.
I think so.
That makes it worth the giant separation between the playing the game and watching the story. I hope there's something that brings it all together in the end.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be
I'm
alive.
super excited for 7 Rebirth next year, though, for sure. Can't wait to get into that one. That's not sarcasm or anything at all. Seriously, I liked Remake. I think it should have been called Final Fantasy 7. I think they should have all been 7 Remake, and that one should have been like 7 Remake Midgar, and then maybe 7 Remake Rebirth. With them trying to go with these R's, Remake, Rebirth, you would have thought that the final one would have been Reunion, but nope, they wasted that on Crisis Core, which, could have just been Crisis Core Remake or Crisis Core Remastered. But now it's like, what R word will you use for the third part of 7?
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
Okay. Yeah, there are, believe it or not, accents in the United States, regional ones that are very hard for me to even understand. It just changes. I mean, I'm sure you've heard them on
every last one.
Movies and shows, Southern accents, New England accents, the Texas drawl, the like north part of the plains, so your Dakotas and stuff like that. Louisiana, holy crap! And then even in there, you get like
Bavaria will never be safe unless we save her.
You get those subgroups like Creole being big down there.
Begs his aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here.
Like me.
We found a survivor.
Unfortunately, I'm adapting
Clive.
the southern accent where I live. It is not quite the South anymore, but it kind of is. And there are a lot of people with southern accents here. And I don't spend as much time with military people as I used to, who come from all over the world, let alone all over this country, where I was able to not adapt a particular accent. But I've been here 7 years now, and
No,
definitely
they didn't.
picking that up.
But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the Abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the Abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Of course. Why would I spend time with someone I'm supposed to care about or have connections to?
Finished. No mistakes.
Oops. like that fire spell, the thunder spell. Lightning is fun. Got him. The phrase you use, swallowing the words, maybe, I'm not sure. I haven't heard it put that way. I'm trying to think of how I talk mechanically. The separation of words, I will agree with. We are pretty good at making everything sound separate. Depending on region, there are people that mumble quite a bit and things can kind of run together. But like hearing a lot of European languages, a lot of that runs together. German did for me a lot. Just the shortness between them, but also at the same time, German had a lot of really long words. Yeah, I feel like English tried its hardest to be easy to use, not necessarily easy to learn, but easy to use and easier to understand, maybe, like the general gist of it. And I think that's why especially modern English borrows so much from other languages in an attempt to become something that can be good enough for everyone. Maybe. I'm not sure. I would have to hear someone make, and I might be doing it, but I'd have to hear someone speaking the way that you're speaking about for me to not visualize, autolize. I don't know what the word is to hear it in my mind. If you know like a movie clip or act or something that might give me a reference, then I might understand. I'm not saying that you're wrong at all. I just can't. And it's not you. I have a lot of issues sometimes imagining things that way. Jeez. How far away is this place I'm going? Oh, it's quite a way. I mean, I don't mind playing the game a bit and getting some levels in. Okay. That's not a bad thing. African American English vernacular, I think they call it. Some in the past, I think, called it Ebonics. I think I've got an idea of what you're getting at, and I could see how that could become. I think I can see how that could become difficult to understand. I didn't even pick a hunt, but I'll take it.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Nah. Oh, jeez.
Nice try. Nice try. All yours, Torgal.
Jeez. No, 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 get out of there. No, never got into the Witcher games. I mean, I played it for a little bit on a deployment on someone's computer. They're like, yeah, check this game out. And I was like, okay. But I haven't played it. I think that was the second or the first time I was in Afghanistan. I think. Maybe the second. Oh, come on.
Torgal, kill! To me, boy!
Yeah. Got it. Yay. Oh.
You didn't see that coming.
Good point. Well, that was a fun fight. I like hunts. I've always I like the level grind. I like to collect items and be OP as all hell. So I like finding hunts. And I'll be excited when that hunt board opens up. Appreciate you hanging out and chatting so much.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
And now you show up. Where we could have had conversations about the people and the world on the way over here.
It's more than they deserve.
And
we should go back.
Now we have to just do
Cole is worried
cutscene.
about
Like,
all right.
There was a better way to make this game. There really was. Guess I could have just
thank you, Founder.
Used the map to get back here, but I thought, hey, maybe there'll be something else to fight on the way back or something. Nope. It's all good. And it's been 3 hours since I've done a reset, so I'm Kyle here on the Genreverse YouTube channel. We also have a podcast channel wherever you get your favorite podcasts from. As a matter of fact, look right there. You can see we also have some merch available. Link in the description box. There's podcasts like on Spotify, and then the website lrmonline.com. Written reviews, written news articles, celebrity interviews from the LRM YouTube channel, and more. So check all that out. And thanks to everyone that has and will. Yeah.
They call themselves our country.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them.
That's the other thing is, I don't feel like
if those Imperials think they can
like
come
I get
in
it.
here again and
The
threaten my people,
Imperial
they're in for a
elites,
rude awakening.
just the elites period in general are the
before I
bad
forget,
guys.
the
And
Stolas
there's
from
multiple
Otto landed just before you
bad
arrived.
guys because
He asked
of
me
all
to tell
the
you that Gav has returned.
infighting and stuff.
We must
Like
as well.
I got that,
You'll be
but
all right here, Martha.
But even if
can't
we're
stay
supposed to
longer
really
if you
hate
wish.
his mom the
No
most,
need.
sure,
I'll be
we
ready
hate her
should the
based on what we've
Imperials come
seen
calling.
and heard, but we
Though
should have
I
gotten
wouldn't turn my
some
nose
stuff
up
from the
if
bad
you were to lend
guys
me a pair of them
here,
strapping
whether
young
it's through
coast
direct
breakers.
interactions with the protagonists, or if it was indirect and cutscenes. Like, we've only seen the Emperor once, seen his son once, but don't really have much on them, for them, other than you racist, and which is a bad thing to be, but it's Final Fantasy, and you expect there to be something more.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with... Of course you are. Now, question is, are you...
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any... Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why? Well, go on then. Don't just...
All right.
There's a good lad.
I'm only gonna have to
Where can I
walk
find
like
these
50 meters out of the town
cut across the way over
anyways.
yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things. You save Whiteheart and her flock. You hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird, and don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you.
So what's the green plus? Because side quests I thought were similar to the
That's quite a name for a
main
chocobo.
quest, but just green. I don't remember it being a green plus. Maybe it was. It's a little bit more than 50 meters because I had to go down that long bridge, but it's not very far at all.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave, but looks like they went that way.
I mean, did you think it wouldn't be white with the name, like, with the word white in it? It's actually a pretty cool little spell. I am the Thunder Cat. I did not like Thundercats. Like to mean it though, I guess. I made that fight take way longer than it should have. Yes, Spanglish is a thing. Japanglish over on this side is a thing as well. Lots of dual lingual lingo. Lots of dual lingual people in America do kind of mix them regionally as well, particularly in Louisiana, where you have a large amount of not just French history, but active Creole community. And you get the English and French version of Tagalog, which is a Filipino language, which is like taking an Asian language in Spanish and putting it together. And I can't remember which island Pacific language it is, but it's kind of mixed with Spanish, and it's an interesting one to hear if you know Spanish, because you'll hear Tagalog and you're like, I I know I should recognize more of this. And you don't. Hey, Rico, what's up? Oh, okay. Just pronunciations? Yes. Very often, just how, like, we try to say Japanese words the way they would be pronounced in Japanese. People generally do try, and I think kind of should try, to say the word the way it should be pronounced in its native. So people will roll R's more with Spanish words than they will with English words, in an attempt to pronounce it more correctly. But then you have, like I was saying, actually meshing languages together. I try to say whatever languages that I know how to pronounce the word correctly, and I'll try to pronounce it that way. Adding accents themselves is a little like you, and it's kind of hard when you say how do you pronounce a foreign word the way it's meant to be without somewhat mimicking an accent. But there's a fine line between someone using an accent as much as necessary to say something correctly versus some of the more negative mimicking. What's the word that I'm looking for? Mocking way that you can mock someone's accent in a attempt to mimic it, if you will. And that's not good, to be mocking of it. And then even then, it depends on the context, because humor exists, and, you know. But if the intent is to harm, then yeah, that's not good. And just because someone does get harmed doesn't mean that was the intent, and doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. It's situational. I am definitely not one to be word police. Should have used that stuff sooner. It's alright, I win anyways. What happened on my phone? Oh, sorry. Got a couple messages to go through. Give me a quick second. I mean, more of the game seems to have opened up. Some fun fights. Nothing too exciting. Me complaining about the amount of cutscenes again.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business.
Not around here, they were.
Oh.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her. Nice try.
Ukraine. Quite a lot of people speak for 5 words. Okay. One is Russian and one is mixed, like they pronounce. Okay. Does not have any rules. Simply exists and people understand it. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely have not been able to interact with a lot of Central and Eastern European languages for me to easily discern many of them. The most interaction I had was with a soldier's wife. We were friends. The families, the Goodings, and us were friends. And she was Polish. And that's the most interaction, which is completely different than Russian and Ukrainian. But that's like the most interaction I've personally had with a Central or Eastern European language. Made a short little horror movie with another soldier, my wife, and her, the lady that spoke Polish, and we made it a foreign film. I wrote a script out in English. She translated it into Polish. It was fun.
I thought I'd come and see how you. Oh, and
Yeah. I found your birds.
Well, no, I don't reckon I'll fit.
Wark.
Oh, no.
What did she?
No one let Christine know they said Quay in here. She chooses Quay. I go with Wark. Okay, cool. Now I've got a birdie. I have a chocobo tattoo. Left calf.
Doesn't she?
She doesn't.
Oh, I'll be sad to see her, don't you? You seem awful familiar. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Ah.
Oh, must have been.
Yeah, like I said, I would never stand to assume. There's a very, besides being a fan of history and knowing a little bit about Russia and Ukraine historically, especially like importance of the Crimean Peninsula and all of that. I don't like. There's an obvious reason there's such a division between Ukrainian and Russian, despite the proximity. So yeah, I wouldn't assume a whole bunch of similarities, but I also don't know how different. I like the analogy, though, in the languages.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Okay, cool. Makes it go faster. Helps you travel quicker. Well, that's great. Well, let's see. Save. Where am I at in everything? It takes a lot to grind in this game. Well, guys, I'll be honest. I'm actually starting to hurt quite a bit, sinking further and further down into this couch. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day here, close to this 4-hour mark. Thank you guys for watching. Anyone that commented, Rico, Q, I'm going with that. Thank you guys so much. Anyone watching on replay, appreciate that as well. Check out the channel for all sorts of reactions and podcasts. There's actually the podcast network on all your favorite podcasts. Just look the Genreverse up. And if you're looking to support the channel monetarily, you've said that before. There is merch down in the description box. You can find the link to our Redbubble, but I might level grind some on my own between now and the next stream. So that way the next stream I can just do story, kind of like I did here today, or at least quests. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.